Welcome back everyone. In today's video, we're talking about the review of a recent horror movie, Barbarian, in terms of sex, nudity, violence, gore, and profanity. Please note that while we do our best to avoid spoilers, it's impossible to hide every detail, and some important plot elements may be revealed. Before the detailed evaluation, let me briefly mention the plot of the movie. A woman staying at an Airbnb discovers that the house she has rented is not what it seems. The film is directed by Zach Cregger, starring Georgina Campbell, Bill Skarsgård, and Justin Long. Let's move on to the evaluation results. The film has been rated R by the Mpaa ratings due to some strong violence and gore, disturbing material, language throughout, and nudity. In terms of sexual content, violence, and strong language, it has been assigned 7, 8, and 10 points out of 10, respectively. The film does not include an explicit sex scene but contains non-sexual full female nudity. The details of these scenes are the following. A person in a basement is shown in the form of a completely naked woman, with the breast, abdomen, genitals, buttocks, legs, and back being naked in several scenes. As a man walks backward down the underground passage, he hears noises coming from the room and finds a TV playing a video about breastfeeding. A woman's breast is exposed with an infant covering her nipples. When a female tries to force a male to milk from her breasts, the male will flinch and try to run away. Bare breasts and nipples are visible. A woman sits on the bathroom toilet. We see and hear nothing. A woman wears a shirt that reveals her bare shoulders. In some scenes, a woman wears a low-cut top that reveals her cleavage. So, the sex, nudity point is assigned as 7 out of 10 for this movie. The movie includes some frightening violent scenes such as murder, eye gouging, and gunshot wounding. The details of these scenes are the following. We see a scene where a woman grabs a man by the neck, squeezes his head, and sticks her thumb into his eye, oozing goo and pulling his head away from behind. A man goes into the basement to find the room the woman is describing and cannot come back up. The woman panics and calls him out to look for him. She hears him calling for her help and follows a dark corridor. She finds a dark staircase behind another door and follows it. She walks past a large cage with food and water. The man lunges at her from behind her, rolls her eyes, and whispers to her to be quiet, and that there is someone else there. He says, "It bit me," and then something else pops out of the shadows, screams, and slams the man's head against the wall repeatedly until it is a bloody pulp. Blood is seen, and we hear the bones breaking. A woman attacks a man, rips off his arm, and beats him to death, under the frame, while screaming. As a woman walks down a dark corridor trying to find a man, she is shot in the abdomen by a shadow and screams, and falls to the ground. A bloody abdomen wound is visible. A man and a woman run away from a woman climbing up. When the woman reaches the top, the male grabs her by the hair and throws it to the side. A second woman jumps to prevent her from falling, and the two are seen lying motionless on the ground as a pool of blood grows beneath the second woman. A woman shoots another woman. A man hears a noise in a dark hallway and waits in the shade, but no one comes out. Then he finds a man in the bed, and the man in the bed picks up a gun, points it at another man, and shoots himself in the head. Blood splatter. A man is dragged down a dark hallway by a person, and he screams and scratches the ground. The other man grabs him by the throat and squeezes his face to force him to drink from a woman's breast. A completely naked woman runs out of a house and crashes into the windshield of a car while another woman races to the house. The car slams into the house, forcing the first woman into the hood of the car, and she falls motionless. A woman enters the basement for toilet paper and the door closes and locks behind her. She pulls on a rope and opens another door, leading to a dark passageway in a room containing a heavily soiled mattress, bloody handprints on the wall, and a camera. A man in a dark hallway sees a figure in the shadows and runs away, trips, and falls into a hole in the floor, causing the cage lid to fall through the opening. The man is screaming and whining. And the woman, also in the hole, tells him to stay calm and not get upset or something bad will happen. A woman jumps out of a hole in the ground and is restrained. Runs down her hallway to an exit window, pries it open, and climbs up. Another woman grabs her, and a man lets her out. As the man watches the video, he hears the sounds of women being beaten, sexually assaulted, and screaming. The man looks frightened. A man hears noises in the basement and threatens to shoot anyone there. He gets a kitchen knife and a flashlight and searches the basement. When he enters the room, he hears sounds behind the door and reacts to smells. As the man walks backward through the basement passage, he hears a noise from the room where the TV is playing a video about breastfeeding. A woman arrives at a house and a man ran toward her, screaming and banging on the door as she tries to close it. A hand with discolored skin and long black nails pushes a baby bottle through the cage lid towards the man trapped there. It swings the bottle around and squirts milk in the man's face if he refuses to drink it. A woman in a cage also drinks from it. A man in a car follows a woman in a car as she exits a grocery store. Dressed in overalls and pretending to be a supply inspector, he gains access to the house and unlocks the windows, presumably only returning later for nefarious reasons. A man gets a call while driving. Two men on the other end of the line say that he has been accused of being sexually aggressive towards a woman and would be fired. He angrily stops the car after they tell him that she has accused him of raping her. A man says about people who have lived in a house for many years, he had sex with many women, mainly his own children, and got them pregnant, and the woman who currently lives there is the way she is due to repeated incest. In daylight, we see that a community is absolutely in shambles and a number of the homes appear to be burned out. A thunderstorm rumbles and lightning flashes with inside the sky as a girl arrives at a darkish residence surrounded by different dilapidated and burned out homes. This scene is accompanied by soulful, ghostly howling. A man who drank too much the night before vomits in the bathroom. Gagging is heard but goo unseen. So, due to all these scenes, the violence gore point is assigned as 8 out of 10 for this movie. In the movie, we hear about 77 F-words and its derivatives, 13 scatological terms, 11 mild obscenities, 1 derogatory term for a gay person, name-calling, idiots, crazy, crazy lady, weirdo, freak, insane, nuts, cliché, gross, dumb, scary, exclamations, that's not nice, yo-yo, oh you gotta be kidding me. Calm down, bless your hearts, no offense, 1 religious profanity, and 14 religious exclamations, oh my Lord, Jesus, Jesus Christ, oh my God, thank God, oh God. So, profanity point is assigned as 10 out of 10 for this film. Let's sum up. Barbarian movie is rated R, meaning restricted, by the Mpaa ratings due to some strong violence and gore, disturbing material, language throughout, and nudity. Moreover, in terms of 3 different categories which are sex, nudity, violence, gore, and profanity, it has been given 7, 8, and 10 points out of 10, respectively. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. Comment the movies that you want to be reviewed below. See you next time.